Happy
Happy
Monday.
Monday.
Technical
Happy
issues.
How many of us were able to get through?
Nope, it was not.
Girl.
I'm no. You know what? I'm gonna call you. It's not technical issues for it. It was the fact that
It's Tom issues.
that the that this system cannot retain what mic I selected over time, and
Should we be
anything
seeing
Windows
ourselves on
does
Twitch?
seems to
I'm on
break
Twitch.
it. We should be showing up, right?
Yeah, we're on Twitch.
Okay. Yep. Thought I had it live. All right. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was all right. So thank you very much, Bill Gates. But we are live. We are here, and it is the aftermath of the attack at saving the busload of pregnant women at Sidney's apartment or Sidney's place, which then flowed into that was like in the morning. In the afternoon, it flowed into a visit from a powerful Faye Lord, who they had to eject from the place physically to defend a pregnant woman. So
You skipped a bit there, Tom.
I did.
Mike,
What did I skip?
rescuing or retrieving Mike
Oh, that's right. You're right.
and the hospital.
Yes. Retrieving Mike. Adrienne was nice enough to claim a good chunk of a local Catholic hospital as under her protection.
More ties to the local area that I don't need.
Then they dealt with the Faye Lord. After that, they are kind of all went their separate ways. Adrienne went to the hospital to check on Rowen, who had been badly injured. Hugo was left at Remedies with his wife, and Rhoda left to go make some phone calls to people that she didn't want, phone conversations she didn't want overheard. And Sidney went to the grocery store because he knew he was out of food.
And booze.
And booze. And he was hungry.
Yeah.
So, Sidney, give me a notice roll.
All right.
Let me set the difficulty.
Notice is still as good as it always is. Mental, social notice, physical notice. Whatever.
Yeah, and you can add the whole Knight of the Cross into it.
Oh, that just makes this interesting. Okay.
Oh, that looked so much better before those dice hit each other.
Hey, we got the same.
Oh, at least it's
Well, at least the total of all the dice, except I got one less.
But
than you. How much do I'll let it go.
Okay.
We'll see what I miss at the grocery store.
Okay. 1 second, folks. I'm going to move a little bit of stuff around.
Sidney also doesn't strike me as someone that would make a shopping list before going. He would probably just realize he's out of food and everything and go and probably be hungry while he's shopping.
Well, yeah. I mean,
the worst idea ever.
Oh yeah, he's going to end up buying a bunch of stuff he doesn't need.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I wound up with Rocky Road brownies.
Yeah. Like, ooh, those are on sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going through picking up stuff. And give me another one.
All right.
Another notice roll. That's a difficulty. I've got a 7 right now.
All right. Ooh. Got a 9.
You got a 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the you hear a lot of O's and not really exclamation. Well, actually, heck with it. You know the sound that happens when a pregnant woman, the baby kicks? You know, the reaction of the woman? You hear like 5 or 6 of them start at exactly the same time.
What grocery store did I go into? Is this like
Well, okay, first off,
just a baby store? Or...
it wasn't just a baby store, but there are a lot of pregnant women in Albany right now.
You're
but
right,
yes,
yeah.
This does seem to have a larger amount. And they all just reacted to the sound you've heard Jillian make a few times.
Great. Yeah, he'll look around him and just try to figure out where all of these sounds are coming from, if they're coming from one person or if they're coming from 5 different ladies.
Well, you hear it. There's a couple women in your spot that you hear it from. They've got husbands with them that are, doing the whole, reaching, put their hand on the belly. You hear it in the next dial over. There seems to be one of alarm in the produce aisle.
Okay. I guess I'll head towards the one on the produce aisle, but do these reactions seem to be following me or just happening around me?
They just seem to be happening. They don't seem to be following you.
Right.
It's not like it's
all right,
centered.
That's good. That'd be weird.
Yeah, it's not like it's centered where you walk past the woman and she.
Right. That'd be very awkward.
Yes. Yep. Okay.
But to be fair, Sidney's known nothing but weird since this life started.
So go ahead and give me another notice roll, and I dare you to roll worse than me.
Watch me.
Careful what you say there.
Well, it is, yes.
All right, fair enough.
It is Andrew. He has been known to step up.
I've done it.
I've done that.
I've done it. I've snake eyes against you on situations like that.
But nobody's ever rolled 3 ones against me. So, okay.
Yet.
Yeah. Well, okay, so yeah, you beat
So there
me
were,
by 5.
3 ones so far on the table for people to use to buy stuff down?
Yes, there were 3 ones on the table.
Anybody want to use those ones?
No, I'm clean, man.
You good? Okay. I think I'm going to use 2 of them so far and buy down the follow-up thing.
Okay.
If I can. I know it's been a while, but maybe they've just been like, we're not going to get a testimony from it. So it's still there, but they're not expecting it as much anymore or something.
Can I take that 3rd and buy down the must protect the children? Or save the children?
If you want, you can take 2 of them and do that.
No, that's fine. Just one is enough.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So you are okay. You go over into the aisle, and you see this. Short, squat creature. Leathery skin. Mouthful of serrated teeth, beady eyes. Hanging over the hanging from the top of where the fruit aisle, where the fruit chiller is.
Okay. Does it seem to be going after the fruit or the woman?
Well, when you come around the corner, you see this fruit flying at you.
All right.
He's throwing fruit at you. Go ahead and give me a it'll be a move roll.
You would like to move it, move it.
Wow.
I'm still going to include Knight of the Cross because I'm assuming that applies. 12.
12. I got 8. Okay. We got 9. So, yep. You successfully dodge it. And go ahead and give me another one.
All right. Yet more fruit coming my way. Oh, there's a 1. Still got a 12 though.
Still got a 12. Yep. Man, I do not like
And the other people around me, like the alarm was because they also see this thing. It's not like I'm the only one seeing it.
You don't know for sure yet. Doesn't look like it. Nobody else is looking at it.
Got it.
But you were doing fine dodging it, but you stepped in one of the spots. The fruit that's being thrown at you is awful juicy.
Awesome.
I mean, this is like it's throwing pears at you, but it's hitting like rotten pears.
Gotcha.
You hear a nasty splat. Give me one more roll.
All right.
Okay. You are managing to dodge them, but you also
I'm getting those 1s still.
yeah, well, you're farming plot points, and that's a good thing.
Yep.
So, so you've come around the corner. Dodge those. You see 3 different creatures around in the produce section, and they're pelting you with fruit.
Gotcha. So there's a total of 4.
Well, you see 3. There's a woman there who's holding on to her stomach. And you hear a couple aisles over. There's when a woman actually screams.
Great. Okay. Guess I'll head towards the one that's screaming then.
Okay. All right. Do you draw the sword or you?
Well, I mean, I'm in public, so. But then again, so are they.
Yep.
This is all weird.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you that pregnant woman's not gonna care.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go towards the screaming, see what I see, and then probably draw. Like he'll be ready to do it, but he doesn't want to
Okay.
preemptively, I guess, do it.
Okay. All right. Give me. I gotta up the difficulty. But give me a couple more move rolls.
All right. Ten against 7, and here I am still farming plot points. Not like I need them. I mean, I'll use one for that to use one of the polka dice that I have. Still have a D8.
Well, I mean, it's up to you. Essentially, they're pelting you with fruit.
Right. I mean, I don't want to be taken down by fruit.
Okay.
So.
Bring back Fruit Ninja.
Right?
Okay, there we go. So that
Oh.
at least gives me above 10.
Yep. Okay. So you dodge that one. But you got another one.
You wanted a second one?
And what is throwing this at him?
Something.
Yeah, some type of like,
Yeah. Imp,
Kind of
goblin,
creature.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that
ripped
one's
apart.
a 7 again.
Yeah. Okay.
Or an 8, rather.
Yeah. So your feet,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you are like just your shoes are just you've got no traction with them. Let me roll your
great.
difficulty.
Right. Oh, 21.
Oof.
Yep.
21.
Okay.
I have an 8. Not unless I spend both the polka dice that I have, which I don't think I will. I
Okay.
think I'll just take that fruit right to the noggin, I guess.
All right. So this is what happens. You come around the corner, you see a woman basically being kidnapped
Oh, great.
by
A gremlin.
basically a large gremlin is probably a best way to word it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It got the same similar coloring to the ones that were throwing fruit at you.
Mm-hmm.
But is much taller and slender.
Okay.
Whereas those other ones were kind of squat.
Yeah, and impish and
yeah.
everything.
Also, yeah, what hit you in the back of the head was a rotten watermelon.
Ooh.
Awesome.
So you
Did they bring them or were they in the store?
Might get rotten the moment they touch them. That's my assumption.
Yep, you can take a step up for that. You got it right.
Oh, cool.
Yep. The second they touch them, they start rotting.
I'm the one that asked the question. I don't know why Sidney or Andrew's getting the step up.
Because he's the one that guessed the reason.
I get
Sidney
it
didn't.
logically.
Andrew
I
did.
just
Sidney
emotionally
had no
feel like I should get it.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a full size watermelon, and you are just coated, in watermelon juice. At this point,
all right, I'll add laundry detergent to my list then.
yeah. But you come around the corner. What are you going to do?
I mean, she's being kidnapped. I'm gonna draw my sword and try to prevent said kidnapping as much as I can.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and you know what? Give me one more move roll.
Mm-hmm.
Just to
See how this
see if
one goes.
you can stop.
Oh.
What the heck? Would you get up and slap yourself and start again?
Hey, he did just get beamed with a watermelon in the back of his head.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Apparently,
talking to the
watermelon
player.
is Sydney's kryptonite here.
Yeah. Okay. You come around the corner and your feet just have nothing. And you end up sliding.
I just keep going to the next aisle pretty much.
No, it's the back of the store. It's the back of the
great.
store. So instead of making the corner to charge at the gremlin that's trying to kidnap the woman, you end up sliding into frozen foods, literally into frozen foods.
Awesome.
By you breaking the
I break the glass little.
Yep, you broke the glass. It's all
barrier on the door, everything.
Yep.
Awesome.
You broke it in case of emergencies.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Property damage.
Yeah, I've changed to broken glass. That's better, more appropriate because you've got broken glass all throughout you.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
I'll add rubbing alcohol to my list now. All right.
Yep. So you so with that display, it does manage to yank her into the back.
I'm gonna try my best to catch up and head on into the back, trying to ignore my pain as much as possible.
All right. Go ahead and give me a move roll.
Another one of those that I've done so well in so far. I had to say something. All right.
Haven't you learned by now not to tempt fate?
All right, so that's 16 that you got, right?
Yes.
And I got a 4.
Okay.
All right. Well, I get another plot point, I guess, but
I just realized I was muted. I'm scared now when it comes around to Adrienne. Like,
right.
Roll 20's out to get us tonight.
You know what? Can I use both polka dots?
If you want to, yes.
Can I use one and then use another?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yep.
I think that's the route that I'm going to take because at
this point, anything's better.
Right, yeah. So, all right, I'm going to use my D12 polka die, which doesn't help much. So that gets me a 7. There goes one plot point. I'm going to use that D8, the last
Say
one.
sorry to roll 20 first.
6. So 7, 6, 13.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
against 16. I mean, not as bad, but still, wow.
No, he's still. You don't catch up to him, but you could still at least see him.
Oh, that's good.
You did slip.
I'm like a bull in a china shop over here.
Yeah, you did slip and bounce off a loader. But you see him making his way towards a mirror at the back of the thing.
That's not good.
Okay.
I don't know why that's not good, but that's not good.
Because that's 7 years bad luck.
So are you just gonna, what are you gonna do?
I gotta try to catch up with him. I mean,
okay.
At this point, whatever is between me and him, I gotta just get to this thing. Save this random lady as much as I can.
Okay. Are you sure at this point she's not saying, just go?
Yeah, just you're useless.
Call someone. Yeah.
There you go. I rolled a 1 this time for you.
All right. That's helpful.
So I've got a 13.
Can I get rid of, or not get rid of, obviously, I can't quite do that, but can I bump down the slip and sliding?
Yes, D10 if you would like, sure.
Yeah, try to get some traction back.
So right now I got a 13.
A 13, all right. I'm gonna step up my move, I think. All right.
And you can okay.
Oh, come. 12.
You
That's just mean.
you can add in the extra one
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah, I'll at least match the 13.
Okay. You
Roll
drink.
20 today.
Do you have the
man.
draw? Do you have the sword
Right.
drawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is super safe, by the way, if anybody doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Running with a sword when you don't have much in the way of traction, perfectly
Right.
safe.
Right.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. So the good news is you don't run the woman through.
That was an option.
This
Right.
makes me
I
sweat.
think Sidney would have ended up having to commit himself
Yeah.
after that point. Just
Say
like
with a
being a
sword,
lady.
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
And you break the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Awesome.
upped it. Yeah. So you're up to as far as combat.
More broken glass.
Yeah, you've got more broken glass.
I'm like John
This is
McClane,
so
but I still have my
stressful.
shoes.
Give me a fight roll.
I mean, I would say finally something I'm good at, but to be fair, I have a D8 move. That's not bad. So I don't think it's helping.
Okay, let's
All right.
see here.
Nope, wrong direction on the arrows there. Okay. You got my difficulty?
Yep, I just had to roll the 6 dice. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed that up. I still have the D12 on, which I should drop down to D10.
Oh man, so demoralizing when they roll that many dice against you. 11.
Yep, it's an 11, and there is a 1.
All right. See what I get. 13. Awesome. That's good. With the 1, I mean, I'm not just magically going to get rid of broken glass and the injured, so I guess I'll step down the slipping away.
That makes sense. The more you move, the
Yeah.
less the more the rotten
Right.
stuff burns
More
off the
I'm
bottom of your
knocking
shoes.
off of me, or yeah, maybe some of the broken glass that's now on the bottom of my shoes is actually giving me traction. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, so you managed to dodge its claw swipe at you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to get it with a sword.
Okay.
Like, how is this guy or the gremlin or whatever taking the woman? Is it like human shield kind of situation, or
no, it's actually he had when you broke the mirror, the gremlin had shoved her away, and she kind of fell into a crate
Oh, that's good.
of something. Yeah.
That doesn't make me feel good at all.
Yeah. Just to take an aside real quick.
Yeah.
Hugo. You were taking Julian back to your place?
Yeah.
Jillian?
Jillian. Did I say? Yeah.
You said
said
Julian,
Julian.
but
Julian. Okay. And you walked into the grocery store and somebody's got a mop in the produce section. And you hear combat going on in the back section. You hear a shattering of glass and a guttural growl. Give me a notice roll.
That's always great.
1 second. Let me
Da-ba-da-ba-da.
Come on. There we go.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll let the 10 ride.
Okay.
I'm slowly grumbling to myself, and Jillian is like, 6 hours. I'm not even asking for a whole day. 6 hours. Peace.
Okay.
Give me 25% of a day of peace.
Actually, I forgot. I got to roll for Jillian.
Hey, but if you're doing the math, yes, 6 is 25% of 24.
I heard 20%, and I'm like, that doesn't math. But if you said 25, then yeah, all right.
She says you feel a hand on your back,
Mm-hmm.
and she pushes you towards the back. Go.
I give her a hand a squeeze as I go and start heading back towards whatever's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fine, Hugo. You just have to save Sidney again.
You
Which is really thoughtful.
Yep. You hear a squelching sound from behind you. And you hear Jillian's triumphant cheer, "Got you, you little bugger."
I look back. What has she got?
She has squirted this simian-looking, this creature that I was talking about earlier.
It's small, brown and white, big ears, big eyes.
Yep.
Shouldn't feed after midnight.
Yep. She had, as best you can tell, looks like she's blasted it with a watermelon. In other words, made all the water in the watermelon blast out and hitting it. She's a hydromancer. I don't know if I told you that.
I was about to say other things, but then I remembered the hydromancer.
Yeah, she's a hydromancer. So, I mean, technically, she's
water bending the fruit. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah. The lesson of the day is watermelons are great weapons.
Anyways,
against the Knight of the Cross.
Okay.
True story.
Okay. Sidney, what were you going to do next?
So it's just me and this guy. So yeah, I'm gonna try to just slash at it with a sword. Hopefully, cut its head off, kind of thing.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right. Wow.
Roll a lot of dice, but none of them that big. None of them that heavy or high.
That's true, which is nice for me because I still rolled a 1.
Jeez.
At least you're consistent.
I think Sidney's just going to retire and literally become a farmer.
Makes sense.
Because he is clearly destined to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So, but I got 13.
Okay.
So that isn't so bad.
As long as he doesn't shish kebab himself on his own sword.
Right.
Okay.
I think the sword at this point is like, did I really make the good choice here?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is this the right guy?
You can.
Why is this sword running?
Yeah.
Right? I feel like there was an admin error in who I was supposed to go to.
Yeah.
You can take the so you can take the plot point. You can take the polka die.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can do double damage to it.
I'm going to do double damage.
Okay.
I cannot not do double damage when it's offered.
All right. Okay. So you hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Solidly hit it. I'll take advantage of your complication. Let's drop this by 1. But it leaves you in kind of a precarious situation. You do get the plot point.
Awesome.
Okay. For those looking, that looks like 2 1s, but it's actually only 1 1. But it is, those are two 8s.
Yes, so 16 is what's going on.
So
here.
go ahead and give me a fight roll.
All right.
Are you serious? Sidney, you're supposed to be good at this.
Right.
He rolled a 10 on 1 die.
All right. I mean, I'm doing all right.
You're doing average.
Right.
That's about right. Yep.
Well, I guess I'll spend one of the thousands of plot points that I have here, and use that one that you did to bite on slip sliding away again.
Okay.
Whittle my way at that one. And I mean, I don't really think a 13 or a 14 is really going to be that much of a difference against
No,
a 16.
It
So
won't. So
and that's really the only thing I could change.
Yep. So okay. So you're more injured. You go.
Yeah.
When you come back there, you see Sidney fighting this tall, gangly, wiry creature, great, ugly creature. And he's just gotten he got it with a good shot, but he took a shot as a result of it. And you notice 2 of the buggers that were buggers, probably 2 of the ones that your wife just got. Your wife had just gotten one of them. 2 of them are making their way over the tops of the storage shelves at the creatures. At Sidney, sorry.
Awesome.
2 of the things that 2 more of the things he's fighting are coming at
Yeah.
him.
Well,
2 more of the.
these are the small little ones.
All right.
They're going to basically look like they're about ready to pounce on him.
Yeah. So if one wasn't difficult enough. Well,
All right.
you probably have glass sticking out of parts, too, depending on how bad it was.
I have no idea what the hell these things are. I'm not prepared for this fight.
That makes 2 of us. I came here hungry. Now I got to go to the hospital.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna invoke a bit of a evocation earth here. I'm gonna get some quaking ground going, and try and knock over the aisles that they're going at in a direction opposite from Sidney. Like if they're coming this way, have it fall backwards.
Okay. When in doubt,
I was just
property
picturing.
damage.
I was just like, oh no.
So when in doubt, dominoes.
Yep. When in
Right.
doubt, property damage. That's always a good thing. Okay. Go ahead and let's concrete.
And I'm doing this where I step up and gain a complication because this is still stuff I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Anybody else could take the one that Tom rolled. I literally have nothing to spend it on.
Okay. So you for those of you who ever remember the TV show Family Matters, Hugo has a "Did I do that?" moment.
Nice.
in that, yes, they were about to pounce, and the shelf that was bolted to the floor, that particular section of concrete upends itself. But so it sends them flying backwards onto another shelf. But it does a bit more damage than you intended. However, you did accomplish your goal. Okay, Sidney, what are you doing next?
Well, between a gremlin and an earthquake, I guess I'm going to fix on the thing that makes more sense to me, and I'm going to still focus on the gremlin.
Okay.
And try to stab this thing again. I think I will step up the Knight of the Cross bit. What is the plot point? And try to let it, whatever energy it's trying to get me to be able to do to save this woman, flow through me.
Okay.
And take this thing out.
So I rolled a 13.
All right, there we go. 19.
Okay.
And I'll finally get rid of the slip sliding away completely.
Yep. Yeah, you plant your feet solidly, and it's up to you how you dispatch this thing. Feel free to give a description.
Plant my feet solidly, swing the sword from one side to the other, and just lob its head off.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to get my bearings and see what else is going on around me. Is the lady okay? So many things.
Okay. Yep. You get the head cut off. Hugo. The two other ones that you sent flying, they kind of got impaled on a metal shelf. So they basically go blurp.
Okay, never. Well, I mean, I already assumed kind of never based critters, but I look back to what's going on with the one in Sidney. Is this?
You turn back to see Sidney cut off that thing's head. And it drops. There is a pregnant woman there struggling to stand up.
I will go walk over to help the woman get back to her feet. Check with her and make sure she's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a treat roll.
Toot.
Hey, I managed to roll something without a 1.
I didn't. It's not showing on the screen there, but I rolled a 7 and a 1 according to the roll.
Okay.
So I tied you. Or no,
Yep.
Wait, I came in just under.
Just under. You think she's just in supernatural shock, but you're not sure. You know, the shock when somebody sees something they don't expect.
Is this just a straight up regular grocery store or some sort of big box alternative?
It's just a straight up small grocery store, not really a big box alternative.
I'm gonna have her come with me. Like, I'm gonna lead her back towards the front because I'm hoping that maybe there's some place that I can get her to sit down and collect herself. You know, just let her come back to it in her own time. Make sure she's not
gonna
go get any worse for wear, but kind of thing.
Okay. Sidney, what do you do?
At this point, I'm assuming I realize Hugo's there as he's helping out the lady.
Yep.
I'll look around, try to see if there's more of those things. Just be like, "Oh, hey, Sidney, fancy meeting you here."
6 hours. That's all I want is 6 hours.
I just wanted dinner, and I'm gonna like pull a piece of glass out of my arm and
So so you're walking out
toss it
front
off
with
to
him?
the side. Yeah.
Jillian's there. You come over to our place. We've got I'll
We got
cook.
food. We can.
Yeah, I'll just go grocery shopping. I honestly don't know where my basket is at this point.
Just
It's somewhere
she
in
hands
produce. I don't know.
she pulls out wet wipes, and then she looks at you and just kind of shakes. There's a hose around the side. Go that let me get what we need.
Yeah.
You guys get what you need, and
We can't hear you right now,
what?
Andrew.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I thought I saw I saw the lips moving, but
Yeah. I coughed and muted myself.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Forgot to unmute.
Um,
Yeah, I'll go towards the side where the hose is and rinse myself.
Yep.
Off. Because this is when we get to where we're going, right?
This
No,
is
this
still
was-
the store.
Or this
this
still
was
the
still
store.
Yeah, this where they.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Class is not something that Sidney has. So.
No, it's you're actually using one of the hoses that they use to spray down the this other
Vegetables?
stuff, but
Oh,
but
He'll probably like wince in pain, go ow, ow, ow every once in a while because the water's also hitting his wounds and everything.
yes. Okay. But you guys make it out. You do get
Yep.
to go someplace.
I do make sure the woman that is in there is also, taken care of, kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Are all the
Yeah.
other women fine?
They are now, yes.
There are a bunch in there.
They are
I don't know
now.
what's going on.
As far as you know, they're fine.
As far as you know.
Well, who knows if any were kidnapped
Yep.
before you got there?
All right, that's not going to keep me up at night at all. All right.
Okay. Adrienne.
Well, it's nice running into you two at least.
Yeah.
Adrienne, you a nurse. Well, actually, the phone in the room starts ringing. Do you answer it?
Eventually, yes. Probably like just before it stops ringing.
Okay.
And it's not going to be a pleasant, it's just going to be what?
Hello. This is Father Fordhill.
Oh, sorry, Father.
It's all right. I know.
What can I do for you?
No, this is a call. Well, I received an interesting letter today. How is Rowen doing?
Not good. How do you know Rowen?
He passed through Chicago at one point. And well, honestly, did a favor. He came through, fixed a lock that had been broken the night before something tried to break in.
Yeah, sounds like him.
Didn't think too much of it. I'm aware things happen. It was God's providence that brought him to me. But today a letter came Stating where he was and where you probably were.
Who sent the letter?
Rowen did.
Of course he did.
The room has been paid for. His treatment has been paid for. If someone says something to you about the night discount, just go along with it, please.
Okay.
I'm bending the rules a little bit. Also, let them know about his DNR requests. That he doesn't have
Who is his
one.
power of attorney?
What?
Who is his power of attorney?
It doesn't list one, but he stated in the letter, and I have the form, that he does not wish. I think it's an anti-DNR. Don't Tom is messing up the description. He wishes to remain on life support.
I don't think that's a thing. If there's no DNR, they would try to resuscitate.
Okay, then it's not a thing, yeah. Well, no, actually, yeah. He made his wishes that he doesn't. He wants all measures taken.
Okay.
To remain alive, and I have made sure that the nurses there know that, so there's no issues.
Did he say in the letter what attacked him?
He said that to tell you, hopefully none of the minions made it through. He did his best to stop them.
Did he say what they were? I did not ask you to tell me what he told you to placate me with.
I'm not placating you, my dear. I'm repeating what information I have. He hopes he held the minions, but he had no chance to grab their master. So he called. Apparently there's a new Knight of the Cross that he called to deal with it. Name of Sidney.
Hmm.
He called Sidney to deal with the master. I don't know what's happening, but apparently it was some kind of Faye. Otherworldly creature that was.
Yes. No, I know who you are talking about. Okay. As for what is happening, there is a culling being attempted in Albany. According to said Faye.
Culling of what?
Us. They are coming after. Albany has had a greatly increased pregnancy rate after an incident in February. And they are targeting the pregnant women. The children, I've gathered.
Do you need anything from me? Immediately. You're in a Catholic hospital, so I have some influence over the situation. more so than an out-of-town priest normally has.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I need right now. I need Rowen to not be stupid anymore, but I need him to recover. That's...
Well,
I know there's visiting hours.
oh, okay. I will take care of that.
Thank you.
You don't know if it helps or not, but in his letter, he didn't. It doesn't sound like he expected to die.
The fact that he made clear that he wanted every measure to be taken and does not have a DNR is likely a good sign, yes.
So, take heart of that and do your best. I'm going to see if I can get any additional help to
Thank you.
to arrive.
That would be appreciated.
My resources right now are limited, but the help may come from an unsavory factor.
I don't believe we have much. We can't be choosy.
They'll bring up a meal. They will bring up a meal
Don't
for
have
you.
that luxury.
I will call. I will call and check in on you, child.
Thank you.
And you will be in my prayers and my thoughts.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's switch to Rhoda. Rhoda. So what were you gonna call? You were gonna call into the home office for some info?
She was going to just send an email to Gar.
Okay.
And then try and call her head boss.
Well, you'd have to call the Ravens.
Okay.
The secretaries.
She will call the Ravens.
Yep.
Does she phone call the birds?
Well, sorry. I'm probably making his secretaries.
Which are not the Ravens?
My own that's Tom's personal opinion that they are, but
Oh, okay.
But it's not. I don't believe it's canon yet that they are.
Okay.
But you reach the office. You get the professional tones to give the passcodes to take care of everything, to authenticate yourself.
Mm-hmm. I need to speak with the big boss.
Hang on. Well, once they're done, they say, please hold. Once you're done with the authentication, they put you on hold. And then then it comes on and you hear, sounds like a helicopter in the background.
Great.
Does she hear Wagner playing?
No.
Right.
Rhoda, you hear the deep sonorous phones of your boss, Mr. Vateron.
I'm sorry to call you sir, but I believe there is I can't even, how do you say the word? It's not a calling.
Culling.
Culling, thank you. A culling going on in Albany. And she explains about what happened at Hugo's place and about the pregnant women and the cold frost. And she will say, and I believe that Mab is aware and trying to help. And I say that loosely. And I have to tell you, the Sword of the Cross guy, while I really, really like this person, I don't really understand the requirements of this position. I mean, I could ask him for the sword. I don't know why I was sent here, and he would hand it to me.
He has to grow into his role.
Okay. And again, he's not a bad guy. I get why he's the Sword of the Night. I just don't really understand why he was. That's neither here nor there. I'm just saying that I am concerned about the culling, and we have the possibility of mass casualties here in Albany.
What is the status of the local people?
Well, my last interaction was at the Night of the Cross's house, where a bunch of women that are pregnant, almost due, were almost killed, and this random priest from some other place showed up and he saved them. And I'm pretty sure it's Father Forthill from Chicago. He looked familiar, but I didn't recognize him completely. And then I heard someone talking about Harry Dresden. This place is crazy. You couldn't have sent me to a harder job ever.
Don't count yourself out yet.
I don't, sir, I will stay here and fight for the innocent.
What is the status of the owner of Remedies?
He's alive. But it's his wife that I called Gar and said that I was being distracted because I feel this very strong urge to protect this woman and her unborn child more than doing my job. And he looked, to be honest, I've never seen a man more stressed out in my life.
But he's still standing.
Yes. Oh, yes. And with fight.
Good. Then he's ready. When the time comes, I'm willing to sign.
What?
When the time comes, I'm willing to sign.
I think that you're incredibly wise, sir. But I have no idea what you're saying. And I know that I'll probably get it later.
The only way... Okay, yes. Yes. At the right moment, you'll understand. Continue doing it. Continue doing it. You're there on instructions of Marcone, so I wouldn't suggest ignoring him for too long. Pass along the same information.
Right.
To him. But when the old man died, I knew something would have to happen. And it looks like, as always in the past, the right person will step up.
Okay. Well, I just wanted you to know that there's been a cold wind, a deep soul cold wind blowing through Albany.
The trick with a cold wind is to look and see who it doesn't affect.
That makes sense. Okay, I'm going to stick near the pregnant lady and help the Knight of the Cross and get my job done.
I have every confidence in you. And on that note,
thank you.
Okay, and you hang up.
Yeah.
And on that note, folks, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be back in a bit. It's continually Happy Monday, and no, I did not give all my players plot points, no matter what they say.
He gave us 2. He gave us 2 each. It was a Christmas gift.
We have a recording of it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are okay. So we're gonna fast forward things a little bit. Adrienne, you get fed.
Mm-hmm.
The nurses that come in appear to have changed their. Well, they weren't rude or anything before, but they're treating you differently. And yeah, and they do, like I said, they do provide you with a meal. It's hospital food, but it fills your stomach up, so it's not growling. And occasionally you hear this you get this feeling of unease, and then it goes away. A lot of the times it goes away. You also feel this, trying to think, you feel like there's been an impact tremor near you. There are nurses that are in the room that don't react to it. So you think it's probably coming through magically a little bit. But like I said, you feel unease, and then there's this, I guess for a better term, whoomp. And then the unease goes away.
Okay.
Do you stay with Rowen, or do you go check on it?
Oh, that's a hard decision.
It is, but honestly, like I said, it's something where you legitimately feel that feeling, okay, something's coming, and then it's gone.
Yeah, no, she's going to check on it. She's pretty sure in at least most cases, Rowen survives this. Also, whatever the hell that is nearby, so we could get the fuck away from this hospital.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a notice roll. Probably the best route to try and that's effectively it's notice to try and track down where it's coming from.
Oh. I don't like that.
Yeah, like I said, it's intermittent. And
what attribute is it tied to?
I'll give you social for this.
Okay, so can I throw in my empath
Yes.
or tied to the universe? Okay,
Tied to the universe, you can toss in, yes.
social. Cool. I figured that one might fit better from what you've described.
Yep.
Okay. I have a chance.
I'm also dropping down your injured because anything that was obvious, honestly, the nurses helped you with or brought you in the stuff to help you with it. And let's see. Okay, so I
got a 9.
You have a 9. You gonna accept that?
I have to.
Okay.
I have no step-ups.
Yep.
No polka dice.
I figured I had pretty much used up most of your.
Yeah. Used up all her luck last week.
Yep. Okay. Give me one more notice roll.
Okay.
Let me roll the difficulty.
Son of a. Technically, I could beat it. Not with that roll. I'll take that plot point.
So rough.
Okay. You eventually actually make your way outside. You prop open the door, of course, that you left, and you make your way outside. And you're kind of at the edge. There's actually a little bit of a forest around there. You think maybe there's a park back there. And you feel this whomp, and you race back there. And then you feel this presence. It's powerful. But powerful like a redwood. Earthy. You just feel, yeah, it's
a similar in flavor to Irwin.
Yes, just
okay.
It's kind of like the difference, actually. The difference in terms of power is, say, Irwin was Hugo, and what you're feeling now is like Matthew.
Okay. I was actually going to ask how long it had been since she had spoken with Irwin, and after this failed roll,
yeah,
she was gonna poke her head into that room and see if Irwin was still around.
Yep. If you want to give me a no roll real quick.
Okay.
To see if you remember something he said.
I remember he said something about his dad.
Okay, then you don't have to make the roll. In theory, yeah, this could be what, what, his dad feels like. And then you hear this don't jump voice from behind you. A ways behind you. It's not like he's like creeping up, but it's from within the woods.
And that's not what I've been feeling.
What? No, what you feel. No,
Yeah, okay.
the unease you feel feels more like anytime those like the unease you feeling was like the what you felt when that thing was threatening the nursery.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Okay. So she'll turn, face him.
You got any smokes?
I wish. Probably in my van, and
Don't worry. Go. This place is crazy.
you're Erwin's father?
He pauses and he gets this kind of wistful. You feel this. You actually haven't seen him yet, but you feel this wistful. Yeah. And he says, yeah, but you feel this wistful pleasure at being called that. He liked that you called him that. Yeah. He's my kid. He's in there with a friend, so
Yeah, he mentioned that.
I'm anything that comes to the hospital tonight, I'm seeing how far they fly.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
They have been quite annoying.
I ain't much of a dad, but looking at you, I'll watch out here. You get some sleep tonight. Okay?
Well, Erwin turned out well, regardless of how you see yourself as a father. He can't be as bad as my old man. That's a very low bar to set.
Wasn't in the kid's life. Don't know if that was for the best or not, but he had good people with him. One of them is who's laid up. So I'm going to make sure he has a quiet night. And you look like you need a good night's sleep too. He looks at you, looks hard at you, and then you feel the underbrush part, and he steps out, and effectively it's Bigfoot.
Picture him exactly how you're picturing him. But maybe a couple feet taller.
Do you know what's happening to you?
Which bit?
What?
Which bit?
Is a bit.
You're tapping into the cold.
Yes, became aware of that recently.
Okay.
Well, relatively so.
As long as you know, it's your choice and might turn out good. But
I will use whatever it takes to keep what I care about safe.
I can see that, but there's there'll be
a price to pay. There always is.
You're smarter than most.
More world weary than most, I think.
Go get some sleep. I'll make sure nothing makes it close. And
Thank you.
least I can do. Next time we talk, will be a proper fire and an exchange.
Sounds good.
And he folds back into the underbrush. Does Adrienne go up and actually get some sleep?
That's the question, isn't it? She definitely does not lay down.
Okay.
She'll like go back up and perch in the very uncomfortable seat in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of look at Rowen as he's laying there, machines beeping, all of that fun stuff. And call him an idiot again. And she kind of sits there for a while, and I think at some point, she's pulled the chair closer to the medical bed that he's on.
Mm-hmm.
She probably like winds up half leaning on it
Mm-hmm.
and dozing off at some point, like 3 a.m.
Okay. Okay. Rhoda.
Yes.
A little while after you finish with Adrianne, you get a phone call before and it is it's guard's phone.
She's gonna answer it and go, "Hello."
Hang on a second. He wants to talk to you.
You're gonna see her go.
He for a minute, can you explain to me why I'm getting a call from a Catholic priest in Chicago?
Have you been to confession?
What is happening there?
Well, I will say that I have located the sword and that the owner of it probably would give it to me. However, I would also want to let you know that there is a lot of evidence of winter here in a way that resembles Chicago. And I think, or I know, that map is involved.
Okay.
I know.
How is she showing herself?
Well, right now it's starting with just, and I know you'll understand the comment, a cold wind to help us, but I know help is never given freely, so that makes me uncomfortable. There is something of a culling happening here, and it involves many pregnant women.
I know you're young enough that you should be able to understand the words burying the lead.
Yeah.
There's a culling happening in Albany.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I've just recently figured out. In fact, I called Vadarung to talk to him to see what's the most important part I play here. I do feel very strongly that I'm to protect one of the children, and clearly not let any pregnant women die. And I'm sure you were on that same side.
Yes. Which
Right.
child in particular?
There is a pretty proficient magic user here who owns a shop, and his unborn child is the one.
The Mitchell boy.
Yes. And the mother appears to be somewhat of a watermancer, or she possesses something. I'm just guessing. But there is something pretty dark going on. Not us, not you, dark. Mab dark.
Are you saying Mab is behind the culling?
Oh no. I'm saying that she's pro it not happening, but Mab never offers help for free.
Yes, but who is behind the culling? That is it a signatory to the Accords?
I don't know for sure quite yet. We don't, right?
They mentioned something, if I recall correctly, and you were there, they mentioned something about Red Court was part of that, so Red Court is definitely still a signatory.
Okay, so I know the Red Court is involved. And oh, that's right, they're still around. So yeah, it's Red Court driven, but they're not doing this on their own. I had an encounter with a Faye that was quite powerful, enough to throw me to the other side of the room.
Him. Old man dying. That old man died at the incorrect time.
Well,
give me your evaluation of Mitchell.
he seems pretty powerful, but I don't think he recognizes how powerful quite yet. I think the birth of his son has distracted him from practicing. He's for fear of not being able to help his wife. She, on the other hand, seems to be quite aware of what is going on, but seems to not want to worry Mitchell.
Who are his allies?
There's a young woman named Adrienne who is a very, very strong empath and has, I don't even know, I don't have a full grasp on her powers, but empath is not a word that really adequately describes what she can do. A lot of, I guess, telekinesis. She's just very powerful. And her name's Adrienne. And then there's another one, Officer Sidney Drake, who I'm pretty sure is Faye or some kind of halfling. All I know is he bears the sword.
All right.
And he has the punch of about 10 trolls.
The sword.
Now, he doesn't do a lot of the planning, because that's not where his strengths lie. He's a nice chap, just not strategizer or smart. He's just not smart.
He's a weapon, is what you're saying.
He's what?
He's a weapon.
Yes, very much so.
Yep, he's a buzzsaw. Just point him in the right direction and watch him cut.
Does he have any other allies? Direct?
I believe he is in contact with other practitioners. As far as his, oh, yes, he is also friends of the archives. There's a woman here in town named Kasser that the archive has given permission for her to watch over books. I have not had the pleasure of meeting her.
The
but
archive speaks highly of
she's-
her.
Yes, I believe she's a somewhat of a druid, pretty powerful herself.
Right.
And I've heard mention, not very often, of some red court vampire that they all know, but Mitchell doesn't seem to talk very highly of her. There's some whisper of something to do with a coin. And that we knew that. We knew that about Dr. Scarlett McReynolds.
What? All right. What about his apprentice?
Oh, I don't know that I've met him yet. Oh, actually, I met him in passing. He was having a fight with, was it Ramirez?
Yes, it was.
Okay. He was having a fight with Warden Ramirez, and Ramirez looked pretty beat up. I had to pretend I didn't know who he was.
So you're saying the Mitchell's apprentice defeated the second most combat capable of the current wardens?
Well, I that's what I've heard about him, but he really did. I mean, he tried to put up a fight, but for an apprentice, Matthew used the level of magic that almost a warden would use.
Again, when talking about Matthew, you buried the lead. He is a white court level. Mitchell has an apprentice that's a white court level mage and is combat ready enough to take on a warden.
Yeah, he is.
But
I have not seen him since, and that was just when I got to town.
He is currently working with a team of Binder. You've met him in the past.
Oh, that guy.
He is.
Is he in Albany?
I don't know where he is currently, but last intelligence I had him, Matthew, and a seer named Rowen working together.
I'd like to punch him in the face. That's for sure.
Yes.
You got 3 targets.
So
yeah.
But last I heard he was selling. Matthew was selling his services with Binder and Rowen as a team, and doing quite well, as I understand it.
Yeah. I again, sir, I've not interacted with Matthew very much, and to be clear, Sidney has been very forthcoming, Officer Drake has, with the sword, so there was no need for me to be pushy or try to trick. He's very upfront, but if you try to harm an innocent,
well, yes,
which I know is sometimes difficult for you, sir, to not hurt
the nice thing about that situation is it's always good to have a weapon that you know how it's going to react.
See, that's where I would caution you. I'm not sure. He's a bit of a mystery, but I think he's a mystery to himself. I don't think he always knows how he's going to react. I will say he likes bloody shirts. He's got lots of those. Kind of weird.
Actually, you've never seen him with a bloody shirt.
No, but I've heard rumors.
You may have heard rumors about it, but it had gone away.
Yeah, luckily that is something. Yeah.
She would have done her due diligence research. It would have come up.
Yeah. Okay, and Vort, you just got a plot point for my subscription.
Yay!
Because I did the roll and you came up 1.
I thought it was because you realized how deep of a hole you keep digging me into with letting everybody else interact around the scene.
Well, that I'm not going to say I don't enjoy, but so all right. I'm going to need cover. The culling cannot happen.
I agree.
But I'm going to need cover if I have to actively assist. So when the time is right, I will sign.
Okay.
Please keep guard in updating, and please don't bury the lead anymore.
Yep. I'll do my best.
And he passes you back to guard.
Thank you so much. Thanks for that. Really thankful that I got to talk to him. Hope to see you soon.
Hey, he's the boss. Hang on, I'm stepping away. So you all right there?
I am, but I have this distraction of this woman, Jilly, and this Mitchell baby. As much as I know why I'm here, I feel very, very tied to keeping that child alive.
Did you make a vow? You young ones, you make vows so easily sometimes.
It wasn't easy, but I'm not going to let him die.
From everything, it sounds like Mitchell's going to be important. So doing that is probably for the best.
I do have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Has a Valkyrie ever married?
Our lives don't really lend themselves to that. I mean, don't but that shouldn't stop you from enjoying.
That's what I thought. All right.
Which one? Can't be Mitchell. He's married.
No, that doesn't really matter to us anyways, but
it doesn't, but
right. No, it's not Mitchell. No.
The dummy?
Oh, yeah, but something feels off in a weird way. I mean, he's not stupid. He's just stronger than he is a strategist. That's it. And I can get behind the protect the innocent.
Then you've got something in common. Have fun with it.
Thanks.
No need to make it any more than that.
Great. Perfect.
Right. I will talk to yeah. Don't.
I'll send you a report later.
All right. And over to Hugo's place. Sidney.
It just hit me that you said the dummy.
Yeah.
Ah!
Um,
Oh my god.
Guard is pretty direct. He's not
Yes,
going
she
to mince
is.
words. He's not going to mince words.
That's so sad. The dummy? The
Yeah.
special needs one? No, no, it's not true. That's not it.
You know. Nah, he's got problems. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So, Sidney,
Yes.
you're so happy you keep clothes in the car.
Yes. No, I learned my lessons, especially when it comes to pants.
Yep.
Right.
You
Problem in Albany.
you've yep, you're fed, well fed.
Hmm. Thank you very much, by the way, Hugo and Jillian.
And about halfway, listen, I know your place is wrecked, so I've made up the spare bedroom for you. Feel free to sleep there tonight. You can stay there as long as you need.
Thank you.
Well, you know, you've helped out a lot, so it's the least we can do.
Hugo,
That's
you know
that's
your
very
wife
nice of
well
you.
enough to spot that when she says that, she also happens to be looking over the shoulder at the at where his coat is draped
Mhm.
and the sword hilt is out of. So but Hugo, were you going to do anything?
I gotta wash that coat.
Actually, she tells you I got something that can get it out without destroying
Get
the
that
coat.
watermelon smell out of there.
Yes, I can. Sure.
Hey,
Just
Ghoul Goo is an amazing multi-use principle.
That's right.
well,
Is
you're
that
also
something you made?
you're also talking to a hydromancer, so it's a matter
Right.
of
That's
how
fair. That's
drying
fair.
things is not
Mhm.
a big deal for her. So
Well, yeah.
And
Sidney will
that-
go and grab his sword out and have it with him, and
yep.
probably the extra gym clothes that he's wearing, and he'll just.
So she cleans it while she's washing the rest of your clothes.
Thank you very much.
Hugo, are you doing anything?
Yeah. One thing I will be doing, I will be getting a message sent out to Trinity and like the other heads, as it were, the other leaders of the community, to warn them about something's going on called a culling, and we need to warn everybody to not go out by themselves, travel in pairs or more bigger.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
Yep. So let's go ahead and resolve that one, and then I'll do the follow-up.
Yep. Go ahead and give me it would be an influence roll, social influence, and whatever you're standing, whatever things you've got for standing in the community.
All right.
You can ignore the D4. That was just there by accident.
No, that's not there by accident. You rolled it.
No, I rolled it before when I was rolling the thing. I just forgot it when I hit the.
All right, so that. All right. I'm doing this from the ground up because this actually is a sufficiently large dice pool.
Yeah, so.
It's very odd that it's what the dice pool is. All right, here we go.
Goodness.
Okay. That
I'll ride the 13 on this.
Yep.
Tie you up there.
Oh, I didn't even look at what I rolled. Okay, you tied me up. Okay.
Yep, you rolled a 7 and a 6. I rolled a 4 and a 9.
Okay. That is perfect. The 1.
I
The
was hoping we can get right through it.
The 1 is a permanent complication that Hugo is being afflicted with.
Is he a
We get an
lefty
extra
now?
plot point every game, every time we reset.
Um,
So I just get 4 now.
Not exactly something you've been avoiding anyways lately.
Yeah.
Responsible
happening?
leader of the community complication.
Okay.
So you're able, but you are able to get the word out successfully. People are taking care of it. They will spread it around. The guy who handles the Paranet stuff for the thing says he'll have a report back for you in the morning of chatter from around the
net.
Around the net, letting you know what else is happening other places. Okay, what's your second one?
I'm calling the White Council.
Okay.
I'm asking for assistance in some form, knowledge, manpower, something. Just
okay.
There's something going on, and I recognize it's bigger than me.
Are
or the area.
you asking anybody in particular?
I will call into the warden contact line.
Okay.
Way I reach out to them.
Okay. We'll take away your broken glass.
Oh, how generous.
Thank you. I was able to pull all of that out.
Yeah, you had help. Okay. So you all right, you get, so when you contact them, you get a okay, so you don't use a particular warden at all. It's just in general. You call
Yeah, because whoever is the warden overseeing our area seems to have changed once or twice.
Well, Blankoff was I think you've been told that Blankoff had basically he was healing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's late. I mean, like midnight when you get woken up by the phone. Yes, you have a report.
Yeah. And I do a summary. I do a longer form of the following summary. Albany has experienced an influx of pregnant women due to whatever happened back on Valentine's Day. And now as they are getting close to giving birth, there's a lot more Faye and other supernatural beings invading the area, talking about a culling.
You're not calling about a warlock infestation or a warlock issue?
No.
Then why are you do you realize what we're in war with the red court. You're not calling about the red court infestation or any issues with that?
Partially responsible for what's going on in my area.
But so there's a few more pixies in the area and you're bugging us?
This is more than a few pixies.
Of course it is. I'm sure it's a big problem for you. The White Council has a lot more to deal with than some backwater iced over town in upstate New York.
Have Kasser call them. Please have Kasser call them.
They're if you don't have any warlocks, you don't have any red court issues. Honestly, what do you expect us to do?
There is a pause, long enough that it's a long pause, but not long enough that they'll hang up. And then they'll hear a resigned voice from Hugo saying, "Can you please at least give a message to Warden Blankov and ask him to contact me?" And it sounds like I had teeth being pulled, pain, as I'm asking that question.
Give me an influence roll.
Okay. Just mental influence, or would human magical community apply into this as part of
I'll let
affiliations?
you toss in human magical community also.
Okay.
That's so nice. Way to go, roll 20.
I'll take the 12.
Fine. Oh, okay. Let me ask you this question: are you taking the polka die, or are you taking that she treats it more seriously?
More seriously.
Fine. I will pass a message on to the warden. He's on. I doubt he'll answer. He's in his family estate on injured reserve, but I'll do my best. And then she hangs
He
up on
hasn't
you.
healed yet?
What can you say? When you deal with somebody like Scarlet, it takes a...
I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
And then the other thing would be, and this doesn't have to be tonight, we can set it up for when we come back from, the next session, does try and research, speak with Kasser, stuff like that.
Yep. So that's where I'm gonna hold it tonight. Hey, everybody, all four of you, thank you. I have had a ball running this game for you since the beginning, but especially over the last year. This season, I'm really happy with how we're hitting things and the story we're telling. So I hope everybody's having fun too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is pretty enjoyable.
Good. I think this is the game I look forward to the most out of all my games that I'm in right now.
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. It's the one I look forward to the most, and the one where I'm pushing to a certain extent pushing the most boundaries.
Awesome.
So, and I'm having a lot of fun. We're gonna be off next week as we spend time with families and friends in Thanksgiving, but we'll be back the first Monday in actually we'll be back on the 2nd of January of 2023. Christmas. What?
No, it's Christmas, not Thanksgiving.
Hey, if Tom wants to have Thanksgiving again, he's allowed.
Yeah.
You back off.
I'm just saying.
To be fair, we are still in November in
the game.
Yeah,
the game is November.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've given up. It's like there are other games that kind of go along and time moves forward. Now, in Albany, there's a crisis. It takes several days to get through it. It takes several days to get through the crisis, but it could take years in game time to get through those few days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I will tell you all that you all get to sleep, that all of your characters get to sleep soundly. So when we next come back, it will be the 2nd of November.
Oh, do we get
I
an
wouldn't say
exciting-
Adrienne sleeps soundly. She wakes up every time a
Right.
nurse walks by.
Then he just sleeps cuddling the sword.
Yeah.
Rhoda's pretty darn tired.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying Adrienne isn't tired.
But so
She's
with
just
all
lived
that,
on the streets.
if you're around on Wednesday, check us out. We will be playing. Jen of the Geek Forge will be GMing or game running on Wednesday night for Shadowrun Denver, our Shadowrun 6e game. And then Thursday night, I will be game running the Emerald Glitch game over on Gen Con TV. So check us out. Follow us on socials, and hope everybody has a great
Holiday.
Have a great Christmas and New Year's.
Have a great Christmas and New Year's. And
Let's go to the credits.
we'll see you on the 2nd. Going to the credits now.